All right, and welcome back, everybody. Now we are going to get into the Terror in the Woods challenge for the floor show. I do want to mention before we go through the looks, there was some build-up in storyline when it comes to Blackberry and JK when discussing the looks. They were booth. Wow, Jeremy would be so proud. They were both inspired by like similar looks of getting like fucked over in the woods and like the terror through that.
See you. I see you. We good. Okay. We good. I see. We see each other. We see each other. We good.
How do you think this at all played out to how things would later go down in the episode?
I think this moment was kind of built up to be a little bit more than it should have been. Because frankly, to be honest, I don't think either of their looks were particularly the moment. So like they were fighting over second place at best. And it like it was a cute, funny moment because they both chose to have like marshmallow and like camping elements in their look. But at the end of the day, they weren't like similar looks at all. And like
Yeah, I mean, we'll get
neither
into it more later, but like they literally, like, other than them involving marshmallows, they were different concepts. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand why it was pushed so heavy that like they're going against each other because it wasn't all that.
And like I feel like that little bit of storyline like weirdly pushed Blackberry into the top to kind of
Yeah,
force the dichotomy of the two of them. When frankly, like I don't think Blackberry looked bad, but I don't think she deserved to be in the top.
I think she looked
And
bad.
Like
and
I said it when we were reacting to the episode. Like I fully was gagged. Like I was not living for the look. We'll get
Mhm.
into it in a minute,
yes,
but
we are actually going to start getting into it now. First up for Terror in the Woods, we have Jarvis Hammer. And I would like to start out with a comment because I was under fucking whelmed with this. The concept of like putting political beliefs in the Puritan society that we've all been up in, great theme to go with. I think it missed the, I didn't, I know it missed the mark. Like I didn't understand why the shirt was in the pitchfork. I don't know what that served. It looked a little too clean for me from them saying that they brought dirt from home with them. I thought it was going to be far more distressed and like they literally came out the fucking grave. So with that and the hopes that I had for Jarvis, it's a boot for me.
this is like I hate that it's so clean because like if I saw this on stage at a club on Halloween, I'd be living. Like I think it looks cool, but it just kind of falls flat because the story doesn't read. It's not super groundbreaking of a look. It just kind of is Pilgrim with a kind of funky hat.
A beanie? What's that? A hat? Crazy funky junky hat.
And like it's not giving enough of a like distance away from what Jarvis was giving in his promo and in his entrance look that I'm like really enthused by it. It's a shame because I'm excited for Jarvis. I want to see more of him when he's on screen, but this just wasn't doing it for me. It's a boot.
Yeah, I think the worst part of the whole thing was the dirt, like the whole dirt segment in the workroom of like the over explanation of like I hand dug this soil from from my backyard in this town, and this is the historical girl. You got some dirt out of your backyard, and you rubbed it on your clothes. Like, let's be real.
Not dirty
It
enough.
was. It was. Yeah. It wasn't. It was a boot. It was very underwhelming. Very much like, oh, another ghost. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I like it. It's different to what we have seen from him, but maybe stick with the ghost. Like more ghosts. I don't know, but like it's an interesting concept for sure. I don't know if it was executed as well as he did. Um, which is fine, it's a little more on this. It feels a little more on the safe side of things for me. I do like the message that Jarvis is trying to portray, but I think for this floor show, I think the talent's there, honestly. Like the talent is through the roof, that although this is like a decent look, it's just like for me one of the lower ones on the spectrum, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think
yeah.
third from the bottom, like definitely fit. Like
Mm-hmm.
they got that, like hit the nail on the head for me in the episode.
Yeah. But Miss Fantasia, I am so happy for this look. I don't think it's like groundbreaking, but I am just very happy to see that Fantasia showed more of a horror side, because from the promo, we love Beetlejuice, but it was definitely glamour. And then with the promo that was, it's a cutout dress, and it was definitely more on the glamour side. And I understand that Fantasia is a glamour girl, but that just made me more excited for like seeing the other aspects of what Fantasia can bring. And I definitely like this look. It's the makeup when Fantasia was like doing the I guess the highlight, the more like the white on the cheeks and above. I was like, what is this? But like I really enjoy the makeup. The headpiece with the feathers are really cool. The skull staff is really cool. Like I just feel like it's a pretty well thought out concept and good execution. For me, I do think it's more on the safer
Mm-hmm.
side of things, just because it's like this was a really good episode in the floor show. Like I have to say it again. It's really, really good. And like this is not bad in any way, shape, or form. This is a two. It's just like not one of the best of the night for me.
Right. Like Fantasia, like obviously try not to play Mother Challenge, failed immediately once she stepped on the floor show. Love the look. Definitely a two. Like 100% showed me like, oh, okay, she can do scary, like she can do a little bit of horror here. Love that. This look, we've seen a lot of similar things like this. I think back to like the like me and my bad self challenge from season 10 of Drag Race, and like the Cameron Michaels look for that challenge. Like we've seen like a like witch doctor with a staff moment, like very tribal. It was definitely giving more like swamp witch, which I enjoyed. I liked that it was like a little bit different, not like caveman esque, but like a little different. But it did feel safe for sure. But I loved because it's Mother.
Yeah, like this really sold me on Fantasia. Like, is it the most groundbreaking concept, no. But is it done well? Yes, I think so. I really like the headpiece with the feathers. I really love all the details in the like the different bones coming down from her head. I think it's really cool, and it definitely has me excited to see what Fantasia is going to bring for the rest of the season, because this is cool. Again, is it like the future of drag? No, but I like it. It's a two.
I agree. This look, we had seen it before, so it was the way that it was done was well executed, but we've seen this before to where I'm like, it was more middle of the road for me. It's a two, but mother did mother. But again, I'm expecting a little more. All right, coming next to the stage is Orc Gothic. And Mikey, if you would like to start us out with this one.
Oh, I would love to.
Okay.
This this was fucking cool. I I completely understand all of it? No, but I think that's what makes me like it more. Like the the I really like the insect take on Terror in the Woods. I think the outfit is giving like fucked up park ranger, and like it's the metallics like on the fucking centipede arms. It's just really cool. It's really horror. Like it's just cool. The boots are ugly, but I can kind of forgive them because it's not like it. I don't want to say they go with the look because they don't. But like I can forgive it because the rest of the outfit and the look are so fucking cool. But those boots are rotted, in my opinion.
This was everything for me. Like, loved the look. It was a little fashion too, which I love about Organic so far, is that it's not just horror. So two for me. Very high, like definitely second place. It was fitting.
Mm-hmm. Two.
I loved this look. There was a reference to Dead by Daylight, which I completely get, completely agree. Um, Again, there's nothing I can complain about with this look, other than the fact that I would also harp on the fact that it looks a little too clean when it comes to the jacket. Maybe I think that could have been a little dirtier, but other than that, I'm a fan of the look. So two.
For me, I feel like the first reference I get from this is Freddy Krueger in the first Nightmare on Elm Street, where there's a scene where Freddy is chasing someone down like an alleyway or something, and Freddy's arms just like grow super long, and it like covers both, like like there's no way for this person to escape, and it's really creepy. And like that's what I got from this. I do like this more insectoid kind of look. It's the metallic is like a really interesting color, like choice aesthetically. And I'm really enjoying what all Gothic has to give. um I definitely feel like this deserved to be in the top. It's not it's not my winner, but I can appreciate like the work that all Gothic is putting into this competition, being from overseas and getting this chance to be on the show and show how much of a monster they are, which I love.
Very
Um,
that.
but up next we have the lovely Onyx Ondix with their, I want to, their lovely look, uh, Victorian kinda with the The puppet, for me, it's a boot only because it doesn't match with what they're looking for. Terror in the Woods. There's not much terrifying about this besides the puppet reveal, and Woods weird. Terror in the Manor, yeah, Terror in the Manor. It's definitely that. Terror in Cluedo or Clue or Who Done It, Agatha Christie novel. Yeah, I get it. Not
Tara and
the Woods.
Bridgerton.
Terror in Bridgerton,
Not sure,
Mama,
Bridgerton.
Mama. It's like I like the look. It's you kind of have the cagey. I can't remember what's called where it has like the cage bit at the end, at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom. And it looks a little ruffled up. Um, and I like that. I like the elements of this, but it's just not Tear in the Woods, and kind of deserved to be in the bottom in my eyes. It's a really good look, but it just does not match the theme.
Right. For me, Onyx, like so far, it's just been a bit of a question mark for me. I'm like, what's going on? What are these choices? Because even the promo, I did have some like question marks about it. Like, was I intrigued? Yes, but I was still a little like this could be a little different. Like, that was a choice. And I feel like I've been like that for all three moments so far of Onyx. The look itself, like, is it Cinderella gorgeous? Yes. For me, like, I loved the concept of it, like an old Victorian, like house of the like mother of the house, Castle Von Doom moment with like a conjoined twin monster on my shoulder for some reason, like for like conjoined twin challenge. Love this moment. Like this is such a concept. Chair in the woods. There are woods around my Victorian castle? Question mark.
Like, yeah, I feel basically the same way because and I really love the construction of it too. I like that she has the hand puppet, but then the prosthetic hand in front so that it still looks like she's keeping the Victorian posture, and like it's well done. But like the only thing that's giving Woods are like the couple of butterflies that are like lifting up her hair.
Didn't even notice that if I'm being so real.
Neither did I.
Exactly, like it's such a tiny detail, and it's a shame because like this is a look that like in a category that it fit in would be really cool. Like if this was for like the freak show challenge from
Mm-hmm.
season 3, like that would be cool. This would be really
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like this reminds me, as well as Dead by Daylight, there is um a
The
certain
twins.
killer that had like the twins. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's a little deformed twin that's like inside of the main killer, and it
Come
looks
on,
exactly
Charlotte and
very.
Victor.
Yes. Shout out to Victor, honestly. Charlotte's that girl too.
Yeah.
Um, like I definitely get like that kind of Dead by Daylight reference with this, which is cool, and have more of a um glamorous twist. But once again, not Tear in the Woods. Sorry, butterflies. Like we know butterflies and drag does not mix well. We know. We've been there.
Right. Anyway, boot.
But
Boots.
but next up we have Neo Huru X. And Mama, try not to say mother challenge. Oops, I already
Impossible,
failed.
failed, mother.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
This is drag. And this is stunning, like head to toe, to the extra head that is on top of the little umbrella fan thing, umbrella, the human flesh masks, the nine tails being like it not looking like elegant, but kind of just like demented in a way, the way that they're twisting and turning. This is just amazing, and it's just really well done. And like this is such a two, it deserves to be the winner. You are the winner of this week's challenge. It's that girl.
It
It
was so
really is.
clear. It was so clear when Neo Hero stepped out. I'm like, oh, this is the winner. Okay. Like, don't need to see anything else. Cut the cameras, dead ass. Like, I'm sold. Every single small, tiny detail. Satana wishes, first of all, that she could fit so many things into a concept and it actually pan out. Um, like, come on. I had to do it to her. I couldn't let
You
her get
did
off
it.
scot free yet. But like, it's just everything. It's like a little fantastical and whimsical, but also like very definitely horror and also fashion. Like, check mark, check mark, check mark. The boxes are there and they're checked and they're full. And I'm so
Like,
excited for them on the season.
and down to even the fur boots. Like the white fur boots was such a good choice for a look like this, and because of how flowy and long the garment is, you might not even see it. But
Mm-hmm.
it all the details are right. All of the like the execution of the concept is right. It's put together so well, and it really hit the theme on the nose. Like I
Mm-hmm.
felt like there were a lot of girls that didn't quite understand the prompt this week. And so like it's it was really refreshing to see this come out and be like, oh, she got it. Like she knows. It's stunning. It's so good. Too. Hello?
Yeah, like this is just a really cool reference to the culture, and like eight down, what a great way to show up in the first floor show of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like the top two. But now we move on to Throb Zombie. And I have to say it, like Throb is giving kind of camp in this for me, with the kind of like the gas station trucker kind of vibe we have. I can't really see. Oh, it's like a, I'm not sure what the arm is supposed to be. It's like, is it like a hook or like a grabby thing? I'm not too sure.
It's
On a
But
yeah,
grabby thing.
it's kind of like a grabby thing or like a spear.
yeah,
Why do we keep using the term grabby thing?
yeah, grabby thing.
It's
The
cute.
audience will know what we're talking about, of course.
Come on, the
But
audience.
it kind of reminds me of like House of a Thousand Corpse in a way, or like
Okay.
that that zombie movie that I haven't seen, Tucker and Dale zombie. Like that's like
Tucker
I would
and Dale versus Evil. And it's not
yes,
a
like
zombie movie, first of all. I just want to point that out. You need to watch that. It's actually a good movie. It's
that'll be in
very
my
camp.
recommendations. Thank
Very
you very
camp.
much. But I, I'm a girl who loves to wear plaid, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with that. You see a little bit of the I guess like the body I will say, and come on, She smells so like, oh my god.
Hmm.
I like I think like this is just a really cool concept and it's well executed from honestly like head to toe. Like the like ripped jean, like the ripped jeans, the shirt that's ripped, the pose that's put onto the wiki is just like it kind of feels like they're in action in a way. And
Right.
like I just know that this look is like Throb in character of this floor show is looking at me. It's like, you need a hand, like holding the severed hand. I'm like, you're so sweet, Throb. Like, oh my god. But this is definitely a two for me.
Definitely a two. Like Throb, as soon as Throb stepped on the stage, I was like, okay, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's literally the first thing I thought of. That movie is so underrated, first of all. This was like Tucker and Dale versus Evil if Tucker and Dale were evil. Like very horror, still horror and like a little like grunge and gritty to it. I did love the look. I felt like it was a little like low hanging fruit, but whatever. The performance itself, like for me, of all the performances, probably number one. Just as a performance of it, like it really did feel like, oh, this is your hillbilly macho dude that just fucking killed someone. Like I was living for it. I was living for it. The performance sold me 100%. It definitely bumped it up a bit for me because the look itself is like, oh, okay, like an evil hillbilly, cool. Like I'm wearing jeans and a flannel, but it was still fun as a floor show performance, which I think brought it up a bit.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool. I do agree that it was kind of low hanging fruit. Like it's a well done like horror zombie trucker, and it's cool. Um, like or it gives like redneck who lives in the woods, and he's like a butcher that lives out in the woods. Fine, I'm sold. Um, I think one thing Throb did really well was making this look distressed. Um, in a way that like Jarvis's didn't quite get, like the bottom of the apron, the rips on the jeans, the blood stains on the collar and like the hand from where it's connected to the grabby thing. Um and but yeah, I thought this was really cool. I like it. It's a two. Um, I do love the like fringe cowboy boots.
Period.
We have we've briefly touched on this look before, but up next is Blackberry with their marshmallow like the pillow with the um sleeping bag look. Okay, so I think that this is like such a cool concept, right? But this is definitely like a look that you would like take a photo shoot of and put on Instagram, and it's like, mama, the likes will spike up. But there is just a few things that I think don't really work out that great. I feel like the pillow, like you only see it from the back. It should be a little bit, um, it should just be a little bit larger for us to really see that. But also, if you're running and being stabbed, why do you have the pillow? I'm not sure. Like the sleeping bag itself just wrapped. It it looks exactly just that. It's like a sleeping bag that's wrapped. And I understand what Blackberry's trying to do in this floor show, but I just think that it's more a miss than a hit. Unlike those marshmallow pokers that hit her. Um,
And then fell out after. So yeah, the look very underwhelming for me. this is bottom two worthy. Like it, I don't know what they were going with in the editing room, like wanting to really push that Jay needed to go home here. But for me, the look itself, not really much to tell. Like the hair was cool, but I felt like it was very like limited because the pillow was so small. Um, and like you said, it was giving like this would be looking very okay in a photo
Yeah.
because like the whole concept revolves around the fact that you are laying down and you are being stabbed while you're laying down and you're not like walking around, you're down on the ground. So like standing up and like walking around in it and like serving it, that it just like broke the whole illusion of the concept for me. Like it just didn't match up. And they even called it, this is why it was so confusing. This was definitely a forced storyline moment because even the Boulets said in their critiques that like, yeah, your marshmallows are like falling out of their little sockets and stuff, and like things were falling apart, and it was looking a little hodgepodge, like tied in the back, but we didn't care. It's like, okay, we get it. We're forcing like a them versus each other storyline. So no boot, definite boot, bottom two boot, almost the worst look, but one
Like
girl just
I'm
had to claim that one.
I mentioned this before, but when we were reacting to this, I was like, "Oh my God, like this is going to be in the bottom." I was
Literally.
not expecting Blackberry to flop like this, especially because like the drawing that she had looked really stunning, and like
Hmm.
the concept is not bad, but the execution was not good, and like the sleeping bag, like the slit goes up too far, so we're seeing like too much of the leg, and it makes her look like squished in the middle
Hmm.
because like the slit of the leg is sitting right where her waist is.
The
And
slit of the leg, calling it that, is so generous when you're acting like the it's not a sleeping bag wrapped around you and it's just like not
no,
wrapped
but
around there.
like I
It's so
see what
funny.
she's trying to go for with like it's a sleeping bag dress and like it's zipped, like the zip is giving me a slit on the side, but it's all the way up. Like I think it would have been cuter if she had zipped it down a little bit so that you get the idea of the sleeping bag, but then you also still have some shape in the middle, and it's just like when it's walking around, the sticks of the marshmallows are just like fucking flopping around, like they're not. It doesn't look cute. We already mentioned the pillow. Um, like it doesn't read at all from the front, and when you're looking at it from the back, you're like, oh, is that a pillow? Like, it's not. It doesn't really like it doesn't read the right way. One thing I will say about Blackberry is the mug is always right. Like
Mm,
makeup
for
looks great,
real.
but I don't know. This just wasn't doing it for me, and I was frankly really gagged when she was in the top.
I maybe I'm wrong, but when we see eventually the end of the episode where we find out how someone is killed in the cute little like fake death scene, I kind of feel like maybe if Blackberry had like a mattress on the back and then had pokers kind of like sticking out of that, because the the people, the artists, they have like this turntable like thing that they kind of stand and like does a 360, and having that kind of reveal of like you see the mattress and then as it turns you just see her and she's like kind of like I feel like that would be really cool, but also walking with a whole ass mattress like that would be kind of a lot, but maybe it would
And
have
that's
helped
why
her.
I think that's why it kind of boils back down to this look is really successful for a picture. But like
Mhm.
standing up, it's not like a runway look.
Yeah. But it's a boo. I didn't mention it, but it's definitely a boo.
It's a
Yeah,
boot.
Okay, so next up is Morgan and I's favorite contestant. Of course, we're talking about Satana. Now, I don't like this. Spoiler alert, and it is a boot for me. There are some things that I do like about this. I'm gonna say this. This is my favorite look of her so far. I'm gonna say that
That's not a
because the
high
other
bar, girl.
and you were the one defending her, and you
Yeah,
were the
why
one
are you not
defending
defending
her.
your girl?
Like this is
Funny
the
how they switch
nicest I'm
up.
gonna be to
You
Satana
get
for
mad at
this.
me when I defend her. You get mad at me when I don't defend her. Like, what
I
can I
just came
You've
here to
do?
already
fight.
you've already crossed a line. You can't uncross it. You can't
So
join back in rings with us.
so for this
I'll have my words on this.
we have like theory, we have wings, we have this like headpiece with dolls, like okay, coming for Cynthia dolls gig, whatever. Weird. We have like more of the graphic, what I call the graphic thorn, kind of on the chest area, and she gets to blow some pixie dust or glitter. I just know that the crew had a lot of fun brooming that up. Like it's it like this
Girl,
is my favorite look of Satana's, but it's still just not enough. Like there just isn't really much detail like in the dress itself. Like the accessories add on to it for like Satana's signature style. I guess dolls is her signature style, but it's yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be nice, but it's still a boot.
this one was like a miss for me because in like the opposite way where like Onyx was giving like terror but wasn't giving woods. I think Satana is giving woods, but she's not giving terror at all. Um,
Right.
she's giving pretty girl in the woods, and like I think the outfit is fine, but it's another short dress with puffy shoulders and like the dolls, like the little pixies are cute, but it's girl, it's a no. It's a boot. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be so kind right now. I'm gonna stand up for Satana because all of y'all are just hating on her so bad, and it's really crazy. Um, but like totally seriously, the outfit itself, I like the outfit. Like I would love seeing other people wear that or for like a or like her wearing it for like a club look or something. Like I would love it. Or like
Yeah,
even just a
like
photo
if
shoot
she
like
turned this in a
fairy.
club, I'd be like, work.
Yeah. But like terror wear. What? I drew some like goop dripping from my eyes on my face. Like it's not terror. It's getting like it's literally a fairy. Like, girl, come on. Come on. It was the worst one. And also it was like a repeated silhouette. And it was just so uninspired. And I
Like
hate
you
it. I hate it so much because she like talked like she's that girl. That's it makes me hate it more when you like talk that you're that girl and nobody holds a flame to you and you're like shocked you're in the bottom and it's like how? Where? How are we shocked? They
Ooh, I'm sorry, girl.
I mean, at least we get to see Satana fly in this episode with the bungee jump, but
Like
like, I don't
if she had
know.
done like a dark evil fairy in some sort of way, it might
yeah.
have been cute. But this is just giving cute fairy that will like give you a love potion in the woods. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like a sprite.
It's
And
given
not
like a
even
just
just a
like a
fairy.
woodland sprite
Yeah.
that you'd see in like an Aesop's fable or something.
Come on, Aesop's Fable. You better pull that reference out.
I haven't thought
But
about Miss Aesop in a very long time.
Oh, Miss Aesop.
shout out.
Shut up, Miss Aesop.
What do you know about Miss Aesop, Mac? Do they got
They
Aesop
teach you
over there
that.
in New Zealand?
They got
I
Aesop over there.
I love Aesop and all of Aesop's fables, mama. Like,
Name one.
mama. Name one?
Period.
Chaka Khan. um, anyways, up next we have the lovely Cynthia Doll, and mama, she came to slay with this floor show performance. Terror in the Woods, yes. Try not to say mother challenge. Mother. Like, it's really, really good. This is a very detailed look. It could be so like I feel like part of it is simplistic at times, but it still works. Like, I really love the mushroom here. Like, it's detailed on the bottom, looking at JK's entrance. Like, there's a difference in polish. The creepy fingers, the like dress on the dress kind of vibe. I'm here for it. I like this deserved to be in the top 3 for me.
And
And I feel like some of these other girls will agree.
it's giving like the black dress on top of the mushroom look is giving like the mushrooms that secrete the weird black liquids that just kind of like bubble up down them, and it looks so fucking cool. One thing that I always live for in an aesthetic is mushrooms. Like, throw some mushrooms on something and I'm like, work, that's cool. When you are the mushroom, like, this is just so fun to look at. I think it's really cool. I will say it doesn't give too much horror, really. Like, it's a mushroom, but it's giving like mushroom monster from the woods. I'm sold. I really liked this, and I thought it was well done. I think the textures she used in the fabrics really sold mushroom. Like, they gave the look that she was going for. I think this was an absolute two for me.
Right. I think this episode, like, it marked Cynthia Doll as like somebody that's going far for sure. Because first of all, narrator, like,
Mm-hmm.
and like the one-liners, how funny you are. It's
Pin
so
hum
like
to the fungus.
literally, and like repeating it over and over again was so funny. But and then the look is also like it is a little spooky, but it's also like camp, but also fashion. Like, once again, one of those like check marks for me, where like you're hitting so many notes. How can I not give you my flowers? And this was the most like utterly robbed of a top 3 spot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Cynthia, that Blackberry had to come and steal your shine because of a forced storyline by the producers. But justice for Cynthia Doll. Did you deserve to win? No. Did you deserve that high placement? Yes.
Yes.
Hashtag justice for Cynthia Doll.
And yeah, like after the first episode, I am already so sold on Cynthia Doll. I
Literally.
cannot wait to see what
And I
else
was
Cynthia
not a
Doll is gonna
Cynthia
give us.
Doll fan, which is crazy. When we did the promos, I was thinking this is like a basic one note, like nothing stand out. And now it's like literally you're ranked number one.
Because like her promo was giving like similar energy to her entrance in that like it just was pretty basic and
Yeah.
like, and so when she pulls out this, I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need to rethink what I thought about this girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, like obviously a two. Obviously a two.
Two.
Up next, we have JK. I like the concept of this, even though it's pretty much just like counselor with s'mores, but make it spooky, you know? My favorite part of the entire outfit isn't really like a specific thing, but it's more just like the hand on the mushroom. This isn't Cynthia Doll. Hand on the marshmallow and like the gloop and the horror that she is serving with like it's just I love that, and you like the performance is really well done. I am kind of I don't really think this deserved bottom three to me. Maybe low, maybe like the third worst. But I kind of preferred this over Blackberry's look.
Yeah.
That like me too, and that was the weirdest thing for me. Like, do I think either of the looks were like worthy of the top? No, but I thought JK's was better. Like it gave the like camping horror in the woods sort of vibe more than I thought Blackberries did. It like the gooiness of the mushroom and the s'mores, it was giving filth. And like I think the outfit itself is a little basic, and obviously they talked about it on the episode that there were pieces bought on Amazon and what have you, but like I think given what she was able to put together from that, I think this is good. And I think the problem was she kind of went in with a bad mindset about it, and like like some of the details weren't super polished. Like the graham cracker was a badly painted piece of cardboard. But I like the rest of it. Like I thought it was a cool concept. I thought it was at least a more interesting use of the marshmallow, at least, than blackberries. I don't know.
I think it also like yeah, some of the details weren't all there. And also like the oh, I turn around and like my whole ass is out. Ooh, like we've seen that so many times at this point that I'm like, it's not a gag anymore. Like you're like we've seen it. It's been done in so many different forms. So it's like if you're gonna do it, like you better have the fucking juiciest, plump, like ripe ass that I've ever seen in my life jumping out of there. Not like not to be like Brooklyn Heights in this moment, but like you better put some foundation on there and make it smooth and polished because like if you're gonna show it off, you better flaunt it. But the look itself, like I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at it. It was like a very, very low safe, but it wasn't the worst for me, which was so crazy. And 100% Blackberries was worse for me. And so sorry to Blackberry. So sorry, but the fact that you got eaten up and then edited to look a different way, whew,
I mean,
it
we
was
don't
really
have to be
crazy.
sorry.
I mean, I'm
And we're
not
not,
really. I'm just saying
and we're
it
not.
because I'm just seeing like
Listen,
Miss
Like
Congeniality.
I love Blackberry, but she just did not do it for me in this one.
Hmm.
um, just to address why I haven't been on the screen, guys, make sure you just take care of yourselves at all times. If you need to step away, by all means, please do so. And that's what I had to do. But now that I'm back and I believe we're on JK, I did actually like this look better than Blackberries. I like both of them, but out of the two, when it came to how it was sold, JK definitely did it for me a little more than Blackberry did.
Hmm.
Um, but we'll get more to her later. The final contestant was Miss Anaphylactic, and when I tell you, I had the most visceral reaction when looking at Miss Phylactic. Like, just, um, I can't say everything that I wanted, but I'm being so nitpicky. Literally, I was like, yes, I get the vision. I get, like, this ghost or this paranormal creature coming out of the woods. You decided to go on the wrong night or whatever, and now you get fucked up. Like, I was here. And then the head with that be like, oh, look how you're next. You want to see the head? Like, it was very a little camp in that sense, but also like playful and horrific. Big toot for me. She should have been at the top. I'm glad she's safe, but she deserved more recognition than just being like, go to the back.
I think one thing I really liked about it, and like something I kind of appreciated about Near Heroes too, is that like in a runway full of like darker and like more earthy tones, she chose to do like white and these like sickly greens, and so it stood out for a good reason, and I think it was really successful. The makeup was really well done. The dress is gorgeous and gross at the same time. Like this was a toot for me. Easy.
Right. I don't know if it was as easy for me, but um, I felt like it's the same thing with Anna for me, where I'm like just whelmed. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not nothing like completely out of the box, nothing like show stopping or like jaw dropping for me. I don't know. It just didn't hit for me like it seems to be hitting for you guys. Like I was just not featuring it. It was, and I still give it a toot because I think the look was good, but it just wasn't like even Throb's look like was more creative to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it,
I
it
can
had
agree with
more
that.
of a presence and like a show to it. And I don't know. Maybe I count that more into my floor shows on Dragula than I do like a drag race.
Mm-hmm.
Because on Dragula they want you to perform too. Like you
Right.
need to be performing on the stage or they'll read you for it.
They
Where on
weigh
Drag Race they're like, oh okay,
for.
like it's about the look more
Mm-hmm.
so.
And just to go into the Boulet's criticisms before they brought all of them out, they noticed that Anna was a little more in her head than normal. I hope
Hmm.
she is not that girl for that
Yeah,
particular edit because she's too talented to be in her head.
Mm-hmm.
right. I'm a little scared.
I'm scared too.
Um, for this look, I really enjoy it personally. I'm not my the one critique I have is I'm not really sure what the concept is trying to give, but what I'm seeing, I'm really enjoying this. Like the creepy mug, the creepy hands, the dress with all like the I want to say moss kind of on top of it. I think this is like well done. I'm not really sure what this is, but it is giving Tara Ann Woods. So at least it matches the criteria of what the Boulets were looking for. Um I I'm not sure whether this is like in the top or safe, but I definitely do not think it should be in the bottom at all.
Right.
And I really do hope Anaphylactic is able to get into a better headspace because, like, just from what we're seeing, I think Anna has a lot of talent, and I think they can go very far into this competition. So I don't know. I'm just kind of I love Anna, to be honest.
All right, and then that's the end of the floor show, and our winner this episode is none other
Obvious.
than Miss Neohuru X. Do we
And
all
she
agree with our winner?
100%.
like without a doubt.
I will say I agree. However, I do think that Orthotics was a little better in my opinion. She
I I
definitely
I don't agree
deserved.
with that.
I'm happy you don't, but I still think she deserved the win nonetheless. Like, hands down, this bitch gave it. There are just some things I prefer over her, but literally one other person before her. That's it.
Mhm.
Nihuru absolutely like ate this challenge down. For me, it was kind of far and away her.
Right. Honestly, ate the episode up a little bit. Like the entrance
Mhm.
was everything.
Oh, not a little bit, a
Some of
lot
the
of it. This was her
oh,
episode. Full
some of
ass.
the reads were everything. A little like showmance moment kind of developing. Like,
Mhm.
come on. And
She's
winning.
definitely gonna be
Yay.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
Period. And it also gets us down to our bottom two, which is Satana and JK. Bitch,
Was kind of gagged about JK, but
Yeah.
once I did see the bottom three, I was a little gagged. I thought I was very borderline with Onyx just because I agree that it I struggled with it fitting the theme, but I also didn't mind the look itself, but that's if I took it out of the theme.
mhm. Like I think if Blackberry wasn't gonna be in the bottom, I guess I agree with the bottom two. I definitely agree that Satana should have been there.
Yes.
Um, but like I don't know. And like the back and forth that they had before the extermination when they're off how many jumps they're gonna do, it was camp. Like I really loved to see, especially in the first episode, that the girls fucking want it. And so like I I really enjoyed this extermination. I would be terrified to do that. Like I think
Oh,
I'd
I
go
wouldn't do it.
I think I'd go
Oh,
skydiving
I
before
wouldn't do it. And just
jumping.
to hint into the girlies, the extermination challenge is that they had to hike 5 miles in drag to then go to an abandoned bridge, the bridge to nowhere, where they must bungee jump in darkness, 120 feet down. Mama, no. No, ma'am. No,
Like,
sir.
there's
No
literally
salami. No turkey.
no
No
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
ham.
way ever I'm ever doing that. That's my one thing that I probably would never do. I've been like on the verge of being forced to do it before and literally had to be pushed off at a summer camp because I was like, I'm not doing it. Like I'll literally reverse the whole like obstacle course that we had to go through to get to that point because I didn't know that was at the end of it. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not. And they literally had to push me off after me sitting there for like 15 minutes and arguing with them about how I'm not doing it. And like, there's no, I'm not doing it. And the fact that they did, like, props to them both. And I said this during the watch Satana's wig, if it stays on, she deserved to stay. And it did.
So fair. Speaking of, that gets us into the extermination scene where JK was exterminated. I was gagged. We were all gagged. I think we were
Yeah.
all slightly pissed.
I've got a ginormous erection.
Like
Yo,
JK is literally like
Sorry, that was my
television gold.
roommate.
I'm keeping that in.
Wait, what is he saying?
I have an
My,
enormous erection.
he didn't know we were recording.
I'm keeping that in the edit.
Oh wow.
Anyway,
How in earnest?
bitch. Girl. But yes, and then we get into the scene with Dracmorda chasing JK into like the cabin that they were in or in the house, and then being stabbed literally straight up.
Which love the Friday the 13th reference, the Kevin Bacon death scene, getting stabbed right under the bed. Immediately clocked it. It was so very slasher, and I did love it. If anyway, like going out first, at least it was in a fun, like campy way. The production had definitely stepped up. It was like a whole set, which felt really cool. It just really sucked that it was JK because come on, like entertainment wise, we just lost such a great character. Ah, but it was nice while they were there. Loved having them. Come on, Resurrection.
Yeah, like I
Uh-huh.
definitely feel like out of all the first boots, though I love Miss Formaldehyde, and that's such a like it's a kind of a hot take, but I do feel like JK has like a lot more to show.
And one of y'all had clocked it in the subreddit. I don't
It
think
was
this is,
me. It was me.
yeah, Mikey had clocked it in the subreddit. Miss JK appears again somewhere. I don't think this is the last we see of her. So this is gonna get interesting.
There's a shot
Uh,
of her in the trailer that we haven't seen yet. So who knows?
well, that ends our time for now in the underworld or the land of the undead. Um, to all of my ghoulies, I love you guys so much, and we will see you next time where we will be reacting to and then reviewing later on episode 2 of season 5 of Dragula. Sweet nightmares, uglies.
Bye.